Not if I have anything to say about it.
You don't. We're live.
Watch me
Hey,
leave right
everybody, it's
now.
Ace Attorney. I'll play without you. I don't give a fuck.
Bitch.
What if I also leave, and then it's just you doing every voice?
I mean, I guess you could
Sounds
do
like hell,
that,
doesn't it?
hypothetically.
Sounds shit, doesn't it?
It's every other stream I do. Anyway, it's Ace Attorney time. Time for Ace.
Yeah, but
Time
you want it to be this one too?
Not really, no. It's time
So
to ace
many
some
words.
attorneys.
ace
As
them.
soon as I remember what the continue button does.
More like Ace of Base, am I right?
The ace
Oh,
of
right.
base.
I forgot about this. How did I get into this mess?
What happened? I missed the end of last stream.
This is like an in media res kind of thing.
You can't run forever. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, it's me.
It's what?
It's the
What
judge.
have I done wrong?
I could not allow you to go on like this.
Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence!
Oh,
You are no longer worthy of your title.
terrifying.
Clonk. Go to horny jail.
If you recall, that was the beginning of the
He's
game.
had this stream
I've
before,
had this dream
yeah.
before, someplace, some time ago.
Oh, I
As if this
remember
day
now.
was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer
And
to prove
die.
a killer innocent. March 23, 9:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Phoenix Wright's got to be
Out the way.
real tired right about now because he was up until like what, midnight or some shit the night before getting evidence.
Oh, much later, I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's 1 or 2 a.m. or some shit.
It's been rough.
Beep.
It was crazy.
Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Beep. What?
He's always right there. Yes, my goblet of mine own piss.
If
So, did you hear about my
Mr.
piss
Lawyer,
Yeah.
goblet idea?
Remember,
Yeah.
it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Ugh.
The police will look over like, what? Now listen up. Wait, no. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag of not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. Nyack.
Phoenix, I assume it's Mia, yep. Mia!
Geniacs.
Maya, how's Maya?
I
Dad.
don't know.
You don't know?
She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
But...
You can't give up. There's still some hope left.
Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Oh. Ugh, it's that accursed on guard again. Beep. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
You're really mean, pal.
Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you?
Fucking hell.
They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal.
Then you have some sort of lead?
Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up
Gumshoe.
until the trial is over. Until the verdict is handed down. We're gonna do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true, I could do that if they found Maya first.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
Stall.
I'll just show
is
my attorney
essentially-
badge at every turn.
I have to make the trial last longer?
I'm all okay. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it our all. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you.
Got it. Thanks,
That's-
Gumshoe. Beep.
Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance.
Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it.
Gumshoe will
March
come,
23,
I know
10
it.
a.m. Gumshoe will
Shut
come.
up, Susie.
March 23,
Gumshoe will
10
come.
a.m.
You know that meme where it's just like, come.
Yeah.
District Court, courtroom number 3.
What is now in session for the trial of Madame God?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
I
Okay.
love that he's a dick about it every time.
Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. That mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Miss Redruth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's the entire case closed.
That is her name.
She forged evidence that threw suspicion on the master on guard, and then proceeded to escape the scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Are you saying that she is guilty after all?
Is he gonna do the finger shake? Nope, not yet.
I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder.
Why would you be surprised? You know... Okay.
I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Corrado was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is mad on guard. What a surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor.
I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. Swaze?
Oh, I'm staring
Swissy.
right at the screen and saying nothing. I'm an idiot.
Yep.
Were you just thinking it
That
in
show
your
is
voice?
text.
No, I was just staring and I was like, who are we waiting on? And it was me.
It was you.
It
But
was
we
you.
still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound.
I wonder how the trial will turn out today. It's gonna be some wild shit, I bet.
Please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand.
Oh, it's me.
Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Okay. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Well, that's... I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Powers, please. You don't need to put yourself down so much.
Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy.
On the night of the murder, you visited the
Will
defendant's
Powers,
room.
professional bear.
Yeah.
Did you read that? Sorry.
I did. Is this correct?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Still,
But, you know... I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer the question you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Unguard's room.
Okay, sure.
Witness testimony. Visit to Matt's room.
Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to...
Yep, I sure did.
Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume.
Oh good, I can still use this.
He was
while I'm
talking with
typing
someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. Watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. Odd guest with me that night, and I couldn't make him wait for me.
But it sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
Sorry, I'm trying to get to the guide page. Okay, there we go.
I'll fucking stab you.
And talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
If one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy,
Well, what are you implying?
well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we?
Looks like we're in another sticky situation.
Huh?
A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first. Right.
After the award ceremony, Matt was standing there and he was talking. At first, I thought it was a bellboy. Hold it. At first? What do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on the tray.
Boys.
He had a bottle of tomato juice on a tray. Sounds
like
like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do an impression of you, Will.
Yeah, but... Oh, whoops. I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
Guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. Watch the two of them for a while. I was talking to someone. Now it says press on this one. So I will. Hold it! Are you sure that was Matt on guard?
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. Josh?
And? Sorry. What was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room?
Didn't the flashback... Wait. The flashback just now, didn't it show both of Matt's eyes? Like, one of them wasn't scarred up, right?
He's got hair over it, doesn't he?
Yeah, but like in the flash... Oh, never mind.
No, it does,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was out of his eyes in the flashback.
Did I do something
wrong.
different? Oh, I was supposed to press
the
the
same
one. I was
thing.
supposed to press the one after this. My bad. Two of them for a while, then I gave up and went back. Hold it! You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
You know, I did
I
feel
like this
something
sprite a
weird.
lot.
It's very good.
I think it was because Matt. Well, I gave the bellboy a tip.
And it was like 15 grand. It was crazy.
But that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
So, how long did you watch the two of them?
Not more than a minute or two, I think. That's a long time to watch somebody do stuff.
I guess. Okay, so now I press this one because... Hold it! At first, what do you mean by that? It was a normal bellboy. What was that? I'm not supposed to know. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated...
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. And
Could it
just
be
a
that
tip.
you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Tip-giving incident, that's what I like to call it. Yeah, that's it. You really
Yeah.
know your job.
Awesome.
Mr. Edworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please
Alright.
amend your testimony.
I already know the answer, but I'm just gonna make you
I'm
work
just-
for it.
I'm just being a
Tell us
smarmy
why he's
bastard.
weird.
I'm legally obligated to stretch this out and be fucking smug the whole time.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I mean, if you think about it,
I mean
in the
about the bellboy, right?
if you think about it in the context of what we learned, he's probably trying to stall too.
He is. But he doesn't have to be smug to stall, he just is smug.
He just is, yeah.
Matt gave the
Hold
bellboy
it.
a tap.
So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Well, it was connected to the rest of them. I mean,
Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
That's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. That's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all.
Sounds like Mr. Power was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Ask about the tip, apparently, is what it says.
On guard's tip.
The defense has
Nice.
the defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
That's an understatement. I'm sure.
God damn it.
But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much.
It's just handing it to me.
I know, dude. Sucks.
That's great. Shut up. Josh.
Oh, this is me again. Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Sorry. Taking a drink. Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash? The cash slinging.
Oh, well. Oh, interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
It doesn't matter what you do. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Should we
Raise an objection. Do it. Do
Object.
it.
Do it.
If it doesn't
Objection.
matter, then do the funny one.
The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is a typical fare for people like him. No, it fucking isn't.
Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I be standing here prosecuting?
He's got a point.
That's fair.
I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. You don't get paid?
You don't get
Excuse me?
Well, if you
What?
think about it, most of the time his defendants do just like heckle him or straight up blackmail him into his jobs.
I guess.
So
What?
supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what do you think it was? Drug money? Was he into the dosh? Into the smack? Getting a little crack? Where's Judge's cut?
Payment, Your Honor.
Payment?
Phoenix is just looking at him like, shut up.
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrada.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Gasp.
Oh, hold your horses now. Miss Evans, you don't have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor?
Well,
I have here the card Shelley the killer left at the scene of the crime.
you know, I just got it. Shelly.
Like
Shelley.
hell, yeah.
The killer?
He is the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I am certain this person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the killer.
Really?
He gets paid in very few cases throughout the series. Yeah, I have no idea how Wright makes any money, I'll be honest.
I have no idea
Like,
how
at
he keeps how he keeps a law of office like open.
What's
Maybe he
wrong,
was rich to
Mr.
begin with.
Powers?
No, I don't think he was.
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head. I think I just figured something out.
Maybe he's just running off of Mia's inheritance or something for the business. I don't know.
Could be. But why would he inherit that shit and not her family?
No, she's inheriting it, and he's just
Oh.
bumming it off of her.
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What? So did we, actually, if you remember.
Yeah, we bumped right the fuck into him.
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir, right away. The second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
it's a Patreon.
That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean one co-rider's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place in a hotel where he works. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean,
Thank you very much. That is all we need for now.
huh? But I'm not done. There's still more.
Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And the bellboy really was the assassin. Then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct.
Your Honor.
That is
What am I
me. Shut
doing?
the fuck up. I will
What?
stab you.
What?
Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to
Worry about
entertain us and make us laugh. Like that clown you had earlier.
This is no laughing matter.
I'm doing my best here, Mia. Leave me alone.
The last thing you want in your courtroom is some lawyer laughing. But as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Did seem kind of out of place. Why? Hold it. So what exactly was so out of place about him?
Right. Why the insipid grin?
Because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next.
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed.
No hands. A bellboy was one of the room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray neither. You call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers.
But is really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do?
Yeah,
should I let
it's
Mr.
their
Powers'
job.
testimony slide, or try to pull the fast one?
Yeah!
Try to pull a fast one.
There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really, really is.
There really, really isn't.
Damn. Oh.
If you two are done, I swear to God, Swifty.
It used to be me, I'm sorry!
It was you in like one episode, like 2 months, billion years ago. Like, what
2
do you
months,
mean?
billion years, yes.
I'll fucking kill you in cold blood.
Ah.
Why
Don't
in
you
the wor-
dare.
Why in the world would he pay him in public right outside the crime scene? An excellent question. But he did.
Yeah, don't worry.
Bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
Instant noodles is a good idea, though.
I see, very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, we can amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir.
Thought it was kind of strange to come out empty-handed. We have evidence about this. Want to guess what it is?
He's not empty-handed.
Well, he
It
was.
was the juice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
it's the juice. Objection! Mr. Powers,
Yeah.
you're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you
Aye.
heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it might just be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and
So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? I love how it's playing the music here as if that was anything.
A baseball has stitches.
Oh man, that's good. They sure do.
well, there's also. I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Got him. Case closed. Not guilty. Let's go.
Maybe his best defense is the nuh-uh. Game rate shouldn't be paid at all. True.
This is the crime scene.
There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on the top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
Ah,
But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room.
Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead at the time? Judge?
But Mr. Edgeworth,
Yeah.
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry.
What is with him? Why is he laughing?
Witness, isn't there one more thing you'd like to share with us?
is it?
The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say, empty-handed.
What?
I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves?
Yeah, pitch black leather ones. Like OJ, you know.
Like OJ. I was just gonna bring up OJ.
I wonder what he's doing these days.
Writing a book called If I Did It, in which he explains how he would have killed them.
Oh, that's okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
Hmm.
You can just do that, huh?
you can.
All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
He
Sorry,
tried.
it slipped
He
my
did
mind.
try to, I think. Ugh, boy, does this make the bellboy look
did.
really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So
Wright's
what if he
just
had
swinging
gloves?
for the
A lot
fences.
of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all
Oh
footballs
no,
are
he's
fake
doing it
because
again!
They're made of leather?
For that man, he received a large roll of cash from the
I
defendant.
can't believe that's actually working.
Kind of.
But then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest?
Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay.
Just keep on signing Wright's death warrant. Keep doing it. Their second meeting.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going in the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room.
Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident and then just kind of
Some
stood there and
accident. I'd
watched
say
for a
you saw
while.
too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven.
So it looks like it says I did. That's hilarious, smaller guy.
Nice.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal.
What if the
Now
bellboy
then,
was a
let's get
leather
started,
daddy in
shall
his
we?
spare time? Yes, Your Honor. Their second meeting, cross-examination. After leaving, he gave something to the person inside the room. Hold it! I said hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. About the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm?
Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
Well, it was Mr. On Guard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. On Guard himself, I'd say.
And then, what did the bellboy do after that?
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
Old guy just left. We press again! Hold it! I say, hold it, boy!
I said boy!
Boy.
I said
That's about this
boy!
something. He
You're
gave something
crazier
to this
than
person?
a coyote in a chicken coop.
Yeah.
And what was this something?
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
It's a good line read there, Swiss.
Thanks.
Swissie's incapable of
Present
laughing. This is a known fact.
Yeah. Shut
Oh,
up.
man, I liked it.
This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small. It was Edgeworth's dick.
Ha ha! Got him! Phoenix rushes
Got
the
him.
witness stand to high-five him.
He gets tackled by all the bailiffs.
Oh no.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see is that person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... No.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir. Has this already been said? I thought it was.
No, this is a new one. If I saw
okay.
I could separate it.
You won.
If I
Some
saw
sort
it again,
of
for
wooden
sure,
statue.
I think it's some sort of wooden statue.
We have a wooden statue. It's a bear.
Oh, I forgot that was
Objection!
made of wood.
It is. The description says it is.
Yeah. Meh.
What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where'd that ejection come from? Speak up. Well,
It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the something. Shit, son of a bitch. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out.
I recall we found this at Man on Guard's mansion.
But at the defendant's house?
Oh, look at how he's standing.
What does this
adorable
mean?
Large man.
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelly the Killer assassinated Juan Carrata in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
He's
Then the
prosecuted
bear
for this,
being
right?
found at Matt on Guard's mansion would mean.
It goes without
It
saying,
begins.
Your Honor. Mr. Mad on Guard is the killer's client.
Look at him. With the wobbly legs. Doing his best.
Order, order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia.
No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up.
Is it beginning? The beginning of the end for you?
If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think it's clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There's still a few points left that we have not fully explored.
What are
Buddy.
you just... I swear to
Just-
God. You did it
please.
once in episode 1.
Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright. What questionable point would you like us to explore further?
The bear itself, because it's the camera?
No, the small bear wasn't the camera. The really, really big bear was the camera.
Oh, okay.
Like, Power's testimony, I think we got through. So it's going to be the person who received the bear, which technically all that he saw was their arm. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
Gave something to the person inside the room. Sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of...
Ah!
Eh?
Are you good? What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, at least give us a good reason why.
Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
What?
Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm. The arm. It was the Nicolette Samurai's arm, I swear it.
You've got to be kidding!
Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers?
Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. See that guy all the time.
Order! Order! It looks like you've dug your own grave. Yet again.
How many times is that today? I've lost count.
So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Madame God is the Nickel Samurai.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clear.
What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help!
You
Mia,
don't have
save
time
me.
to act lost.
I need a competent woman to fix my problems.
Mood. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry.
Now we'll bring this
Hold
cross-examination.
it! Your Honor!
Again, Mr. Wright. We've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony.
It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
The bear. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
Who makes a teddy bear out of wood? It's ridiculous.
Stupid. Trees are made of wood. Are you saying that all trees are suspicious?
Yeah, what if? What if?
The bear, Mr. Wright.
This was found at Mr. Onguard's mansion. However, Mr. Onguard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh,
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Onguard who took this bear to his mansion.
well, why? True, we didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright.
Literally this whole time I was thinking, yeah, wasn't he arrested at the hotel? How the fuck could he have taken it home?
There's no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Whew, disaster averted, it looks like.
You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Dang it. Huh?
I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Onguard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape.
Can't believe it. The butler. All this time he was to kill her. Oh. Well.
Tequila and Onguard were working together, so to speak. And Tequila was hiding at Onguard mansion as its butler.
What a bold move!
The bear figurine was brought back to Onguard mansion by Tequila himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Onguard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad if had the police found it during the investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now.
This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all?
I think we've heard enough. We know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Madame God. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Well, do I? What should I do? End the game.
Raise
Maya
objection.
dies. Maya dies. Oh well.
I will now announce oh my fucking god.
There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these 2 reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2, that very same figurine was found at On Guard Mansion. However, it's possible that this is all the work of a certain other person.
Insane.
What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client.
The real client?
Yes.
Is this all you have?
This job, yeah.
Yes, unfortunately.
Now then, Miss Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer?
You have an idea?
Hang on.
I guess Andrews, right?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang
Yeah.
on.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you recall, there was a second Nickel Samurai costume, and this is all he has.
Yeah.
Adrian Andrews?
Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Mad On Guard for the crime by wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume.
Oh. Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
That's right.
Well, what about Mr. On Guard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, the defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, find his figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion.
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
Now I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there's no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell On Guard did it. Can't believe the defense would go so, yeah, unbelievable, it's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya, this is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
What if he's right, though?
He's not.
He's not. We know it. We know it's On Guard.
No, I know.
He told us it was. He told us he did it.
Order, order, order. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory.
Gasp.
Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
This is full-on scumbag Phoenix. He's doing his best. He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. And I'm sure once the court knows its significance,
My client is probably guilty, but probably is not good enough.
the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
But who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
Okay.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. Prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
March
Oh, come on
23,
and get any
11:54
minister
a.m.
prepared.
District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick!
Pearls? Where's Mia?
Dad!
I mean, yeah. I know.
True.
I don't know. Really strong power suddenly called her away.
Really strong power.
It was a cell phone. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe. Beep.
Going, how have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Oh, that's good, pal. Because we are gotten nowhere. It's
And
fucking,
what
we're
about you?
fucked,
Anything
dude.
yet? Of all the persons I've ever heard from, Matt, Dracula was the furthest from mine. It's the fucking goblet.
It's pretty good.
Have you found it? Have you figured out where Dekiller and Maya are?
We don't have any leads, but
What? We don't have any more time.
even we just had one, even a single clue would be really, really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But if I just run out of luck this time, is all our hope for naught? It's Mia.
A tent.
Huh? A tent.
Oh, it was her? Oh. I
Oh,
could see a
no.
circus tent.
No! We can't
Yeah?
go back, Steven!
No.
I
No.
won't go back!
Oh, no. It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me.
So it was Maya that called you away.
She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I can see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away.
Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now?
Yeah, bud, you're in.
That's a really stupid question. You know about the circus. You did a whole clown case, remember? I was there. There's only one, pal. The very big circus.
Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
Well, the most I've ever heard from Matt Dracula was the furthest. He only does it for evil Matt. I don't know why we just settled on Dracula.
It's the goblet, man.
It's fine.
It's the
It was
goblet.
I think it was the goblet.
the goblet
know-
and the
I
fact
know-
that vampire music started playing.
I know at some point I said Transylvanian, and then you went full Dracula, and I don't know why I said that anymore. But it was good.
There was
I love
context, probably.
evil Matt and his piss goblet.
Yeah.
What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on the map. About a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry!
And I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox.
Okay. What else?
What else, Mia?
I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so.
I heard her. An old office building. Wait, wasn't that lady dead? Never mind. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Beep. Mia, Maya's not hurt, right?
She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved.
Wish I could offer again.
Aw.
Big Bay Circus.
Gumshoe, please hurry.
I'm doing my best, man. I'm not
Looks
a
like
miracle
we're out
worker.
of time. Are you alright, Phoenix?
It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer.
She's just sprinting around, just like.
He doesn't even have a...
Draw
They don't even have
draw
a
a circle. Gotta get the very big circus. 300-mile radius. Feet. I meant feet.
Damn
Oh
it.
God.
Damn it.
Keep it together, Dick.
March
You can't
23,
fail on this one.
12:05 p.m. District Court Courtroom number 3.
Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item?
300 miles. That's almost as bad a clue as it has a mailbox.
It has a... I love that too. Wait, how did she see the mailbox below the window if she was 3 stories
on
up?
the 3rd floor. It must have been a very, like...
Wait,
maybe a long driveway? I don't know. Maybe that's why it was a useful clue?
I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand.
Hello, Adrian.
Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice.
I did do those things.
However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You have seen it before?
Guilty.
It was you! Life! Death penalty!
Life.
The big letters start popping up.
Life and death penalty.
Death penalty. Yeah, and then
We're
confetti
holding
rains
you
from
until
the
you're
ceiling.
about to die from natural causes and then killing you.
That's
bold.
right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? Maybe it's an in-slot for office
right.
mail, not a mailbox?
Why?
That could
Why
be.
does she? The bear figurine, witness testimony.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time.
Like a wood box puzzle.
At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. If you really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
So what's going to be inside? My guess is a single vial of pepper. And then all of a sudden the clown music kicks in and
Oh,
we're
no.
back to about
Da-da-da-da-da.
Either that or maybe that's where the suicide note ended up that they keep talking about.
Oh yeah.
So this
Yeah.
figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
I know I look like I'm supposed to be wise. Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
You can never escape.
It looks like there
turnabout
really
top.
was something to that bear after all.
It says press all statements.
Nice.
So I will. Hold it!
And so I began.
A puzzle?
That's right.
It moves on to
How
the
do
next
you
thing.
know what a puzzle is?
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? If we know the correct order, hold it! So you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that?
Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Whoa, this is most interesting.
Look how the
I've
Comparing
picture
this
gotta-
to a toy, it's like he's
I've got to
five.
get
all-
one of these.
It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, reveal to me your secrets, bear. Okay, move that over there. We just. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's
So
lost
be,
it.
What do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
And center is a small cavity. Hold it! And how do you know about this?
I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
Because of its complexity. Hold it! So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country. Nobody's ever been to
This
Switzerland.
looks like it can be easily broken. Like if I just took a hammer and... Oh, fuck.
Oh, damn.
Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Oh.
Really can't
Same.
tell what's a about. Hold it! Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box?
Jewelry box. I never told anyone. Stupid. Fucking idiot. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you,
Just the
huh?
two of
And of
us.
course that means Mr. Ongard
We
didn't
can
know,
make
right?
it if we try. Just the two of
I
us.
think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Figurine updated in the court record.
I'm about to lay a smack down, and one you won't be forgetting. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize
Eh?
that there's one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside the box?
What's in the box?
What's
in the box?
inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness.
Yeah.
Witness. You're the only one who can open this. Please.
I mean, the judge could have opened it if you gave it enough time, probably.
I was
painful-
really close. I was like 3 moves from solving.
There's a
I'm
painful
sure.
silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now. She solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Click.
I've opened it.
And inside is a gun!
Bingo,
Bang,
bingo,
bang,
bongo.
bang.
Flap, flap. Is that note?
Is this what you wanted?
The judge has been trying to solve for 15 minutes. Let him finish. Come on. I know, right? That's
Second
what I'm
smaller
saying.
bear inside.
What is that? It looks like a note?
I don't think we need to guess at what this is. Do we, Mr. Wright? It's the
I don't know, do we?
suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Carrida's former manager, Celeste in Pax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carrida himself. It seems Celeste in Pax had very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness. Do you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan.
What?
When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide
The
suicide note has been found. What's
What
the
are we,
next
some
logical
kind of
question?
suicide squad?
What is written
Some
on the
kind
note?
of snoo squad?
Nice.
That's right. At least that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I?
No, you're way over there, and I'm way over here.
I went through so much just to get my hands on it.
I'm also fast.
And I was going to burn it. For
I'd
her
run
sake.
away. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note out loud.
Okay, so very well.
Suicide Squad 2 if Wright is in it.
That new Suicide Squad movie looks pretty good. It's got Polka Dot Man in it. And John Cena. And Idris Elba.
And Idris Elba. Yeah, it's a fucking... The cast is crazy.
And King
yeah,
Shark.
And King Shark, who is Sylvester Stallone, I think, if I remember right.
Yes.
God.
And a shark.
And a shark.
And he's a shark.
King Shark.
Also,
He's
are
shark.
you ever gonna click progress?
King Shark is a shark.
Yeah. No, yeah,
The
I got
judge's
that.
voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her notes, Celeste Impax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Corrida and On Guard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all.
It's alright. I give it a 6 out of 10. And that's all Miss Impax had to say.
There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public.
They're worse suicide notes, I guess.
I mean, I don't want to brag, but I've read a lot of suicide notes.
Dark.
Swissy, please.
Yeah. Oh. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word.
That On Guard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
Celeste's suicide note added to the court record. And my voice gets gruffer as it fills with phlegm. It's On Guard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time, how terrible. What a selfish person.
Selfish person.
I
Gosh,
guess
she
there are
really
some-
sucks.
Wow, badass. This lawyer sucks shit.
I want to kill him. Let's kill him.
Let's lynch
There's
this
no
lawyer.
room for doubt here.
Slide him up.
Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we've come to the truth at last. Again, the defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one?
Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know.
Objection.
I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those.
How do I bullshit?
The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry.
Matt, if you want a right to get you off, maybe stop leaving crucial evidence all over the place.
Yeah, I did a really bad job.
The suicide note of the figurine. Which of
I'm
these should I
gonna
pursue?
bang the gavel. Oh, here it goes. It's getting close.
Any
About
minute.
to do it.
What do y'all
Any
do?
second now. Unless someone says something. Here
Something
comes
that
the
rhymes
airplane.
with subjection.
Subjection. Protection, perhaps.
What should I
Anything
do?
like that?
Why? Wait, are you like waiting
What's
for
the
us to say
guide? What's
something?
the guide say? Or
You
what
always have a
advice?
guide open. Why are you asking us?
I mean, the guide doesn't. The guide says it doesn't matter. I just wanted to know what you guys want to do. That's why I was asking.
The
'cause it doesn't
figurine,
matter.
then obviously, because that's funnier.
Yeah.
All right. Objection.
Time to filibuster, Phoenix.
Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer.
My God, I
He's
really
still
just
going
hate
at
his
it?
guts. I'm gonna spit on
It's
him.
like he
Watch me
doesn't
spit
care that
on
he's
him.
trying to get a killer off the hook.
I bet I can spit on him from here.
The assassin
Yeah, I've
took
got
this
really
with him
good
from
spit. My mom always said my spit was stronger than other kids.
The assassin took this with
My
him
mom
from the
could beat
crime
up
scene
your
after
mom.
murdering Mr. Cora.
Probably.
At the request of his client, of course.
I mean, she's a corpse, so.
So what's your point, Mr. Wright?
Are you just not going to silence this judge? Whatever. I don't think it's possible that Mr. the Killer's client was Matt Ongard. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. You can't tell just by looking at it that this bear is really a jewelry box. The chances that Matt Ongard thought the note was inside this bear are 0 to none.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there is no reason why Mr. Ongard would ever want a jewelry box like this.
He doesn't wear jewelry.
Order, etc. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one.
Unfortunately, I think he believes differently.
I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It's a very small video camera, Your Honor.
The audience chat reminds me of Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton, where up to 6 people can testify at once, and it's pretty wild. Yeah? It's great. I'm glad they brought that back for the Great Ace Attorney games. I think it was a really cool, like, part of the testimony stuff. We'll play that one someday, too. Wright versus Layton is really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
What the... I thought that spy camera was in my possession. How the fuck did he get it?
Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Corrada, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
you don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably
Sexually.
thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye.
I mean, I do.
But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this.
Gumshoe's bug sweeper.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Wow.
Matt on Guard's fingerprints were on there?
Well, Phoenix, you're fucked.
It is coming, Malagai. Steven
Looks
was
like
very
those
excited
cameras
about
were
it.
hidden all
I
over
am
the place,
pumped.
huh?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence?
I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Matt on Guard learned of this suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along.
You got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey,
So-
now what's that lawyer thinking?
He's
Mommy,
devious.
is that
I don't
the
like
bad
him.
killer guy? Just stop. Don't look at him. The way you
Turn
say it
away,
is so,
children!
Ew, nasty.
Turn away! Phoenix.
Yes, Chief?
Have you figured out what you're going to do next?
What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work?
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case. But Well, actually, you're kind of fucked, man. I don't know what to say. In his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Well, what is it, Mia?
Number 15. There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate.
Yeah, they went with it's the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Is the
With
duology.
Herlock
With
Schmolms.
Herlock Sholmes.
Which is gonna piss me off every time we have to say it.
We can just say Sherlock Holmes. There's nothing. They can't stop us. Capcom's not gonna come to my house.
John
You say that.
Capcom kicks open your door,
Oh no.
starts beating you with a shovel.
You say that.
Buries me just like he
I
buried
said this.
investigations too. Something he should investigate.
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Why don't you just fucking tell me?
Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Yeah,
Present evidence.
I
No
have an
objection.
objection, Your Honor.
That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection! Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You are beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all.
Hmm.
In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said?
Shut up.
So you're telling me that I forgot something?
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence.
My
Yes.
attorney badge.
Can you imagine?
Aha!
Take that! No, it's the suicide note.
Yeah.
That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right?
I mean, we just now found it, so he couldn't possibly
Like
have
Herlock
looked into it.
I need to change to Iris Wilson. Like, no one's going to look at it and think, ah, Watson.
Who knows?
Mm.
I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few minutes ago. Which means
I could have
the
planted that!
handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So,
huh.
as to whether this pivotal
Here, I
piece of
thought I was
evidence
gonna go home
really
early
written
today.
by Miss Impacts or not,
Man, I had
that has yet to be
casserole
even
waiting.
remotely confirmed.
Oh damn, Miss Andrews' outfit is actually
She's-
kind of rough.
She's also
But
still
Mr.
here for
Wright,
some reason.
you can't seriously be suggesting.
Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake?
Miss
I said
Andrews,
Ceremonia guy.
you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. OnGuard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear?
How dare you?
How dare I? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever.
Objection!
There's no evidence unlinking it.
But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it.
What?
Recall
You
the
heard me.
witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle was the witness herself.
Ah! My
Miss
glasses!
Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Mr. OnGuard. He's gonna pull out an updated autopsy report.
Just report.
my God.
Actually, you'll find
You'll find inside the body there was another suicide.
there was a
He ate
second
it before he
suicide
died.
note.
He
I
put
did
it in
no
a
such
plastic
thing.
bag and swallowed the damn thing.
It was crazy, I swear to God. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory.
Objection!
Objection. It has to
No.
be analyzed, motherfucker.
No! Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution.
Well,
Got him.
You find a hidden compartment with the real note.
That's enough! Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note?
It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
Impossible. That's impossible.
Whoa, the audience noise got
That-
really fucking, like, scary suddenly.
This isn't good, Phoenix.
The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Handwriting analysis my butt. This is just that lawyer trying to buy more time. On guard
He's
is
so
guilty. But
skeezy.
any idiot can tell you that.
And sweaty. Why is
Think
he
we've reached the
sweating
end of the
so
line.
much?
Guilty, guilty,
Guilty, guilty, guilty, guilty.
The jury shouting this? Because that's not okay.
Guilty. No, it's not the jury. It's just the crowd. There's no jury. It's just the judge.
Yeah.
Huh? What the fuck is that?
It's Gumshoe. Beep. Hello, Gumshoe?
Oh no.
What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to Killer?
He got away.
What?
I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do.
Anyway, what's going on?
We find his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm going to keep looking for him, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time.
But
Don't tell me we don't have any more.
guilty, guilty,
Guilty, guilty, guilty, guilty, guilty, guilty, guilty.
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head.
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh!
What is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth.
I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Take that!
Jesus Christ.
I love the JPEG of the phone.
The phone just spinning.
Yeah.
Edgeworth here. Talk at me. Mr. Edgeworth. Please, you've got to buy us some more time. Court is in session.
Beep.
Beep. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying...
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but...
I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
When you remember the JP releases on a GVA, that stuff is pretty neat.
It is. It's just funny how it's aged.
This time
But
I
also,
really
yeah,
can't
the
do
mob is
anything.
gonna tear Phoenix apart.
Court is now adjourned for the day. Why do you look so sad, Why are you crying?
Please wait, Your Honor.
Yeah! Edgeworth?
Hell yeah.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
I've got a casserole, goddammit.
This casserole is at the perfect leftover stage. I can reheat it. If I don't reheat it tonight, it's gonna be weird tomorrow.
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then reconvene tomorrow?
No.
30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for.
Please, Your Honor.
Very well.
Come on,
Got
Dad.
his ass.
30 more
Fuck
minutes.
your casserole.
Come on, Dad.
I don't know what your guys' fucking problem is lately, but sure, fine.
I love
30
that-
minutes.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like, why not just let the judge in on this discreetly, and then he'll be
At this
fucking delaying
point-
shit too.
I think
At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today.
I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
Okay, so I think we could probably finish this tonight. Because all that's left is the last little chunk here.
Yeah.
There'll be a to be continued after this little bit of dialogue, and then it's just the last chunk of the case. March 23, 2:04 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation?
The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time.
Oh.
Beep.
Report.
Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh yeah, you took.
We don't have enough time. Just spit it
We
out.
threw our phone at him.
Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away.
A few things.
Can we use any of them as evidence?
I thought you'd ask, pal.
Huh?
I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really?
That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope
Oh,
he
he's
doesn't
not a
get in too much
detective
trouble
anymore?
over this. Yeah,
No, I got fired.
He got fired.
Oh. Yeah.
He got fired for
With my
helping
hunk of junk
us.
car, I'd say I'd be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
Alright. Just get here in one piece.
I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm
Not even
pulling
this
out all the
bus.
stuff and running every red light.
Items left by the murderer,
just-
huh?
As he's going to hang up, you just hear him cranking his tunes, and it just starts playing I Need a Hero.
Fucking, or Danger
Well,
Zone.
good man gone and where are all the guns?
You hear the
Maybe
sound
there's something
of,
among them that would be
car
decisive
crash.
enough to end this.
You just hear screeching.
You mean like that?
Yep.
Bruh.
Hey, what's wrong? Detective
Bruh.
Gumshoe, answer me.
This dude did not just get in a wreck.
No one can stop me. Can't stop me
Beep,
now.
beep, beep.
Oh my god, I was
What
joking.
happens?
What the fuck?
It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help.
But we have no idea where he is.
That's probably what a
His
Phoenix
cell
does,
phone is
grab stuff from the
broken,
crime
and he
scene
wasn't
and
driving
present
a
it in
patrol
court.
car, so no radio either.
Yeah, I mean, I
I didn't
think
hear
that's...
any of what either of y'all just said.
Did
I
we
was
just
reading-
talk over each other perfectly?
Yeah,
Yeah, like the whole
basically.
time. Neither of you stopped, and I was frankly amazed.
I was doing my job. I don't know what Steven was doing.
I was reading the
Talking.
chat. Well, like I said, that's probably
will-
what Phoenix does: grab stuff from the crime scene and present it in court. I mean, yeah, but it's,
I
it's
will
fine when he does
backpedal.
it.
His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either.
And also, Queen Trey said earlier, like, I mean, if you told the judge that Matt was absolutely, definitely guilty, he'd be obligated to bring the gavel down, which is fair.
Well, just don't tell him that part.
He's like, listen, he definitely did it, but our friend is kidnapped right now.
Just say, hey, we need to stretch this trial out for a second. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them.
No, we can't let that happen.
well, if there is a way we can find out where
Can you
he
believe
is,
that shit?
then we stand a chance.
Swissy, thank you for the
Baba
tier 1
Booey!
sub at 31 months.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Boom shakalaka.
And why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way
Well,
to
I'm
find out
pretty
exactly where he
stupid
is at
now.
this moment?
There is a
Is
way.
there any way? Is there any way?
Yeah,
to-
Francisca's
That's right.
thing.
There's a way.
What? How?
I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this.
It's the radio thing, right?
I don't know if we actually have it. I think we have to present. Yeah, we don't actually have the.
Well,
radio.
the walkie-talkie.
No, this is the Maya.
Right?
We don't
Oh,
actually
the
have
one?
his tracker, but we can
We have,
present.
do we have to
Giancarlo.
click Francisca?
Yeah, take that.
Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like this? Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have.
Francisca. Will she even want to help us? No, definitely not.
No, she's a bitch. There's no
Edgeworth,
fucking way.
What is it?
I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death.
Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided.
The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here?
Yes, bailiff?
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with that handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
To be continued.
Oh no.
Right now.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what that was.
Something.
Some sort of fanfare.
A little full
As I
fanfare for you.
saved twice. March 23, 2:35 p.m. District Court Courtroom number 3.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
That is... It's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth?
It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake.
Holy shit.
I wrote it,
MAGA.
Your Honor. I wrote the suicide note. I put it in the bear.
I don't even know how I did that, but I did.
Yeah, Francisca got really dunked on this game, which is kind of good because she sucks.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this is not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it?
We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carrada.
Mr. Carida? It's a puzzle
Well,
for children, Your
well.
Honor. I
Children,
solved it
yeah.
during the recess.
I solved it during the recess. You see, I am smarter than an average child.
I am smarter than a 5th grader.
I could kick Jeff Foxworthy's stupid ass. That bastard. Like to see him put up with these, and then he just like puts up his dukes. Does like a fighting pose.
That's what I say.
What? I said it.
Oh,
What do you want from me?
We joked over.
Miles Edgeworth fights
Eat my ass.
Jeff Foxworthy. No.
Ding ding.
Oh, I didn't say this one though, because I'm
No.
stupid and I looked away.
Yep, we know.
Shut up. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after. She never wrote anything about On Guard.
However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that fact remains
Yeah, that
unchanged. Now I know that sounds dumb, but I was forced to say it. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible.
Hey, Swissy, you're in the chat, right? Can you bonk Malagai for me quick?
Yeah, I got you. Hang on. Oh, wait, but... Nah, he's right. No bonking. You're good.
Son of a bitch.
But you can't just bonk him because you're also...
Bonk.
Alright.
Bonk for
Bonk.
both of you.
Hey! Get that shit out of here!
Double
Get that
bonk.
shit out of here.
Thank God that I've got access to bop.
Ah,
There,
good
there's
emote.
3 more bops for good measure.
Son of a bitch.
Just for anybody who needs them.
Both of you, off! Do
This
not
theory that
pass
I-
go! Go directly to horny jail.
Come on.
This theory that On Guard had no idea the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Present evidence.
Present it.
The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to have not known it was a fake. He had a fucking...
He had the spy
cameras on
cam.
him literally the entire time. Is it the same yeah, it's the same camera, okay.
Yeah, same
I'll
camera.
take that!
What is this little item called again?
A video
Bruh.
camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, that's right, a camera. Oh, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Bruh.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier
just
you
a
claimed that
camera.
Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note.
Ah, so then the defendant
Ooh.
knew this suicide note was a fake. That's true, the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Kurata 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of.
Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? I'm trying
I
to help
love
you
this.
out. Why are you being such a bastard?
Dude, why are you the pettiest bitch I have ever met?
Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave.
Oh, as I figured.
Huh? As you figured?
As I figured. It came down to this after all.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next?
What next?
Stop bringing up the tent, Queen Trace.
Well,
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ongar's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
Oh? Well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual. You see, it's a
Everyone's
puppet.
this is not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, I've already had a parrot and a puppet here, so I don't...
There was a parrot? When was there a parrot?
The first
You
game.
missed the parrot. You missed a lot of stuff. Well,
Oh,
what
man.
sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley to kill her to commit murder? Oh, I know what he's gonna do.
Who
He's
in
gonna
the-
call Shelly the Killer to the stand.
No such person exists who
because-
can answer that question with such certainty.
Because
Except
also,
one.
Swissy, was your stream just lagging now, or is that just me?
It was for a minute, yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. It's genius. You call Shelly the Killer to the stand, and so he has to show up to court
He has to.
to give his testimony, and then you just catch him.
We just book him right
You just
there.
catch him because he's already in court. He's right
Got
there.
him.
You've
Legally, he
got
has
him.
to show up.
So anyway, my
we
broskies,
subpoena Shelly to Killer.
it's genius. Don't even tell me. I don't want to know if it's not the most perfect plan.
Yes, Miss Redforth. Who is this witness?
It's
Yes, go on. Who is it?
the man himself, Mr. Shelley. Oh my fucking god! They did
He did it.
Mr. Shelley the Killer.
Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait. Shelly the Killer?
The one and only.
You mean the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here? To the witness stand?
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Yes?
is this all right with you?
Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is all right to do this.
Very well then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Good enough for me. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us?
Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. The one,
Holy
it's his
shit.
fucking animation! It like was moving.
I have played this game before like 8 times, and that gets me every time. It's like the parrot. It's just so fucking funny.
Oh
Holy
god, I'm
shit.
dying. Oh no.
Let me try to
Oh,
regain my
no.
composure real quick so I can read this in a stupid voice. Very good, sir. My name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm a professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here?
Your Honor.
How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court.
So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
No, you're a
fuck.
walkie-talkie, not an assassin.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow. You've already turned this place into a circus. I will not have anything more. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelly the Killer.
I understand. Please wait a second.
I'm so hungry!
Maya!
Maya.
A voice. Miss Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer.
It looks like we've run into yet another unexpected turn of events.
It's just like how the Joker doesn't fuck with the IRS. I love that clip, Mulligan. It's so funny. When he's like, take on the IRS. No, thank you.
Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness, there's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what will that be?
At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrada. Is this correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Quieter.
Gulp.
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad casserole-fueled dream.
Joey the Killer. What is he going to say?
Of course you'd like that clip tax,
Witness
man.
testimony
Listen,
about
Mola
my
guy.
client.
I am what I am.
There was something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a quiet and himself.
I hate that it, like, bounces around.
And that is the reason why I'm here today on this witness stand. It's my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Why'd they even put it on the witness stand?
I don't know.
It's
And
so
why is it so
good.
big? Why did... No, stop. Actually, because Edgeworth said he got this fucking thing from him, that means Mr. the Killer delivered, like, a head-sized two-way radio to him through the mail or some shit.
That's amazing.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
That's what he does.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor,
He is in fact
Mr.
the
the
killer.
Killer is only stating the truth. Where it's got like the mustache and the line down the middle?
Oh my god, it does.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
It's even, yeah, it's even
You
got
mean
the,
about
like,
this-
the monocle on one side.
Yeah.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah? Oh. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
Good job.
About my client, cross-examination. Press on the killer's second statement. Hold it! The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. Too many people near my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes. That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough, please. No more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. Hold it. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person
Just
tried
shut
to
the fuck
implicate
up and
another
let
of the
things
tribe
happen.
in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
You. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say
Better
anything
watch
at all.
yourself. Would you care to go fuck yourself? Backtracking to go to back to the second statement. Oh, then. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a face and fishing matter in exchange of trust under these rules. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who flames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience, who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't
Pretty
proceed.
good.
Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek.
You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready.
Excellent. Very well. So, an assassin, there's something I must first state. Second statement. Do I press again? Close that. No, it's supposed. Oh. Seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. It doesn't matter. The role. Same cells. You gave us nothing. Shit, did I miss it? Oh, okay. There was another one that I guess I didn't see. Now then, I do believe it's about time I reveal the name of my client. Don't you agree? Hold it!
Well, what is it?
I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrada?
That person's name is...
He's gonna say Adrian Andrews, isn't he?
Adrian Andrews. What?
What?
Shit.
Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier.
Huh? Find out, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews.
What? This can't be. On the phone earlier.
What's going on here?
My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth? Try it again. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Mad on guard, perhaps.
I knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived. The witness is telling a very serious lie.
Why, you were the one who summoned this witness. Yeah.
So? Still a lie.
You Shelley the Killer.
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is not on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant herself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we've heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. Killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all.
No.
With all this evidence, it's more obvious to me that this means that Mr. Mad on Guard is innocent.
I seem to cause you all quite a bit of confusion. Sorry, guys. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Beep.
Bail, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last fuck. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but
Last chance
but
Maya
Edgeworth is
saved
right.
Maya.
The killer is
past
lying.
chance.
And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath.
It's Andrews.
It wasn't me. This is bullshit. Listen, everyone, please. The testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
The whole thing. All of it. The suicide note may have been a fake. But that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
He's an assassin, first of all. So why would you even trust that? No, that's not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and mutton donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste impacts a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two that hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead.
We've been
no.
We've been schmeckledorfed.
Mr. Wright. Schmeckledorf. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. Help me. Tell them.
Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? I mean, I think the answer is quite obvious. We take the verdict and get that W, boys! Nah.
Get that
You
W!
Fuck you, Maya.
I mean, she specifically
Green
told us in
ass.
the note she left, if you get him not guilty, I will never forgive you.
Yeah.
She told us to fuck that dude up. As her fucking, like, dying wish. I can't do it, Maya. I can't accept...
Like a baller, a shot
Mia.
caller.
I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know, but Mad Onguard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Onguard. Even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Onguard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him?
I'm in love with him? I'm gay for Edgeworth?
I want to fuck him?
I want to fuck Edgeworth?
Wait a second. Yes,
him
you do.
Yes, you do.
Damn it.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
Edgeworth is very attractive. I mean, the defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. Killer.
Oh, man.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
Wait, I thought that time we kissed was just a bro thing this whole time.
That witness has cleared your client through his testimony.
I'm not done yet. To see through the witness's lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor.
Has a verdict been reached?
Before that, we'd like to talk with you a little more.
No. Hangs up. About? All you needed from me was a name like Wright. What else would you need me for?
Well,
After the trial, Nick finds
Actually-
Edward in the lobby with a yaoi pedal. Paddle. I know what I meant. Actually, I think yaoi pedal is a
Unless-
video that Ezzy made a couple years ago, if I'm remembering right.
Mhm.
About the bicycle
Actually-
anime. Anyway.
actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What is he talking about? Usually done.
But shall we have him? What shall we have him testify about now?
Mrs. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
Well, actually, I've been thinking about becoming an assassin. Got any tips? Legal people in your procedures. Is there
On
anyone
guard
that
has
no one
plenty of
likes-
tips.
Is there anyone that no one likes to go to court? About my client, part 2. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to flame another for crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Ron Corner was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the 5th time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
A timely notification there, Rui.
Huh? Why? What? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then...
And I'll expose the lies of that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes 2 of us. About my client, part 2. Now, here's what the guide says verbatim. Press on the 1st, 4th, and 7th statements. Nothing important here, but it does give a few laughs.
Yeah,
Shall
Hell yeah.
I?
of course.
Oh,
Obviously.
What do you mean?
Why would you not?
Why would you, like, literally, why would you not?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, I might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? Well, I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. Ah! No, 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 no! I'm not thinking of hiring...
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you
I'll
do
not
something
go
like
down
that, Your
easy.
Honor?
Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty.
Oh my god.
Witness, let's continue.
I'm glad we witnessed
Why
that.
did you disclose the name of your client? They're your client, are they not?
Okay, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Hold it! So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you, I have no intention of using your services, ever! Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
Guilty.
4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it! And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I'll get to find a person to take my place and become the full successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me?
Oh my
no,
god.
No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. Anyway. What are we going to do now?
What are you going to do now, Phoenix?
I don't know why I started reading that. All I can do now is expose the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right?
Yeah, I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. We've already stated, one thing is tampering, frame another client, pretending to be the first person, already knew that Juan was dead from the beginning. Wait a minute, no she didn't. She thought he was asleep. Hold objection! Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. What was the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
That glass.
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of
Oh god.
Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
Easy a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail. It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Yeah.
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Eh?
If the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Sorry.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
That probably was like the weakest objection ever. He was like, hey, no, and everyone's like, ah, right. And then the judge is like, what the fuck is happening?
Are you guys cool? What is this?
Very well. And now I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Witness testimony, request taking. This request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. Well, met at a certain bar to discuss and finalise a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
That was a lot of stuff you just said that I didn't understand.
Made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh?
You have a problem with the way I speak, Mr. Swissy?
Yeah.
That is correct. Meeting Ward's quiet is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
I hate this voice, by the way. I've made such a mistake. Request taken.
Yeah, no kidding.
I forgot
I
that
don't
I'd
know
be
why
doing
you
so
went with
much
it.
of it. We met at a certain bar. Hold it! So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was that with that brief pause? Pause. Blah, blah.
Bras!
Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. Well, I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value trust between the client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was that testimony just now of any importance?
It was very important. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met the client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. Again, that might not be such a good idea. So you're saying that... Oh.
So you're saying that this client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so. You see, it's just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm. Not me anyway.
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Listen, I've had to do Swissy's voices more than I haven't had to do them. So I have an
Fair enough.
excuse.
Listen,
Now then, would
These
the
things
witness please continue?
That is what occurred. I crossed my memory and believe I made no mistakes. There's a certain bar was a quest. This quest came right. The moment I saw... Oh, it doesn't seem any strange. You have to draw more info from him. This is blah blah blah. Where's the statement that I need to get to? It says a new statement will be added, but it didn't get added. Did I click it was not important by accident?
I mean, the game would have probably gone to a game over if you had.
I mean, I'll just do it again. Fuck it. Press further. It was very important. Of course, it was very important. Am I reading this wrong? This is press on the third statement. Press further. Oh, I have to say it was not important. Okay. I'm a fucking dipshit, apparently. I can't read.
This was
Hello,
no.
my name is Jared. I'm 19.
And I never learned how to fucking read.
Press further.
MC can't read.
Because I value the only way... Was it of any importance? Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Okay. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Watt, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face I began to trust him. That's when I thought I could trust this person as a client.
Ah, he thinks Adrian's a guy.
Ah.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Yes. I didn't read the first bold text. I read the second bold text on this.
That's
Oops.
just a classic, isn't it, for you, Steven?
Yep. If I heard what I
Never
think
read.
I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe that testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I could trust this person as a client. Fucking gotcha! Yeah, objection! I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley to Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. What was you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what was the issue? Bollocks. What did you just say just now? About her?
Crumpets.
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh fuck.
Oh my god!
That was more
Reading
exploded
is
than I
hard.
remember that being.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following, that he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. Tequila's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Ugh. Oh god, I hate this.
Yeah, this is. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Not a fan of that at all.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Why is the radio leaking in cola? An excellent question.
Unluckily for Mr. Tequila, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Miss Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What is going on?
Bonk.
Shelley the killer. This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have messed up this quiet with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Why'd they have to draw the drops so big? Oh, another excellent question. They're fucking massive.
It's
Boy,
so
you would have me to
weird.
testify once more. I know he's just gonna spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time, please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Excuse me.
Wait, how did he swear in?
They just put the walkie-talkie on top of a Bible.
Huh.
Request taken,
Okay.
part 2. Also, I don't know. That's never really been a thing in this one. It's because I think it's because this
Well, yeah,
is more of a.
but Edgeworth said earlier under oath. Like he said that about
It's an
somebody else's
implied
statement.
oath.
I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
that means it
implied.
happened.
I don't. Well, okay. So this game is based actually on. I don't know if it's the current Japanese court system, but it's based on the Japanese court system because in Japanese
enough,
this
no
game
Bibles.
takes place in Japan,
Right?
which is not a terribly Christian place.
I wouldn't think, yeah.
So I don't actually know what they're swearing in, like, service? I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. What their procedure is for swearing somebody in. I don't know.
Anyways, chop chop, let's
There's
go.
no, remember, I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of one corner and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I assumed my client to be a man. It's not cola, it's ginger ale.
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying.
Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna play
Now
Cross
then,
Attorney, you kidding me?
Let's begin the cross-examination.
This is like a fucking, like, Flanderization of the court system. None of this is how any of this works, I assume. Now, remember I took a request by mail, and there'd been times the request was... Hold it! 2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that had nothing to do with this case. Sounds like bullshit, but fine. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Get him! Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what's pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
Oh no, Angie walkie-talkie.
That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one,
Wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Fuck yeah, it is! Get in there! Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
if it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to found that figurine. I was told this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corder's suitcase.
And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews.
You know why that's bullshit?
Because she wrote the letter?
Yeah.
That's because if she had it, she would fucking burn it. Which she said multiple times.
Oh, right. She was trying to get rid of it.
Shall we just kill her? If you had really
if you get to a
given
court case in Japan, you're probably found guilty. Oof.
If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item, this is a radio, Mr. Wright. I can't.
I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
You lied to me about how
Please?
much longer there's going to be in this.
Sorry, we're almost
forgot
there,
it
I
was her.
promise.
And I was going to burn it for her sake.
There's like 2 or 3 more things on this testimony, and then there's good or bad ending. So, we're almost there.
Got it.
If even for a single minute this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order, order, order. So that's where you two are going.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Oh, which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Whoa! What? Yeah, what, mate?
Order, order, order!
Mr. Phoenix White. Yeah? Oh, I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above everything else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's it up. If there's your intention, there's only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please!
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
Hold it! No, please! Not that, please wait!
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end or I might stain my head. Otherwise...
That's probably too loud of a yell for 1:25 in the morning. Oh well.
What? Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't understand what this witness is outburst just now. do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should.
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
The prosecution,
What has come over everyone?
the prosecution rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? What?
Uh-huh.
I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. The prosecution rests with no further questions. Then the prosecution has failed to uphold its whatever that said. If that's the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me.
if I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt on God, would be declared innocent. In his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. I mean, yeah, dude. What do you think would happen?
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt on guard, to the stand.
That's what
The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time is running.
I can't believe it.
The outcome now lies in your hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Ha! Ha 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 ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
But Mr. On Guard,
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring bee's cap is just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life?
Yeah. This is me. I realized that 10 seconds after staring at it.
God damn it.
You got there.
You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end.
More or less.
It all hinges on what I choose.
now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Miss Adrian Andrews. Then your client, Matt on Guard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want. aren't you?
Well, that's not incriminating. at all.
Right.
I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client,
Listen to your heart.
Mad On Guard, is...
I assume we have to pick guilty.
I would say guilty, yeah. Fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Mad on guard, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Mad On Guard is... Ah!
Aha!
Yeah!
Whoa!
That's
son
a good
of
claim.
bitch!
Francisca von Karma.
Who the ow?
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off Grumpy Fool.
Did you bring them the final pieces? Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence here is in perfect condition.
Despite the fact that it was in a car crash.
Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine and his injuries are mine. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence.
Crucial.
It's gonna be something stupid.
Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
My girl. Talking about my girl.
The trial's already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence may be presented now, or any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present the pieces of evidence.
I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court.
Guys.
Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
Oh, I'm pleased. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite the rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
Somewhere among this evidence we're about to see, there will be something which will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it.
That is all we can hope for.
Stop reading my thoughts.
Fuck you. The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Question for more details. Does that pistol have any relation to this case?
We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain.
We have yet to find the fingerprints of this gun.
However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me.
Huh?
She got shot. That's
Yeah.
the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes.
Oh.
I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to be help us
What a good
very
pistol.
too.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mission. Question. Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh, yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site.
Jesus.
Hmm.
But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer.
Shelly's a killer.
Shelly the killer is no ordinary man.
Videotape added to the court record.
The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform.
Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Question more details. Was that used during the crime?
I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves
Dang
in one of
old
the pockets.
VHS.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
Your mom got him. There's a button missing on this uniform.
Got him. A button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, goddamn, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Bellboy's uniform added to the court record.
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
Just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, the items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important
One
clues.
of them's a videotape, you fucking idiot.
Our
Shit.
question is not who did the killing.
It is who is the client.
Yes, that is correct. These 3 items do not tell us anything about that.
You buffoon.
Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down.
Hold it!
Oh.
Wait, Your Honor! Please, allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled.
God, this guy's a real cunt about his casserole, isn't he?
This, I want the casserole. My wife made it.
Your wife's been dead for 20 years!
It
That
was the
was
last
my first
casserole
wife.
she ever made.
Yeah,
I've been eating it all this time.
She made 30 years worth of casserole and then died.
Damn.
This court is already
slaving over 30 years of casserole and inhaling the fumes.
The casserole fumes, which are known to
The
be deadly.
The deadly casserole fumes. The things you do for love.
Things to do for love.
Anyways.
this court is already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful, absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end?
Phoenix.
I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there?
I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now.
But no matter how you think about it, it's...
Try, for my sake, so I can get out of this child's body. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us.
2?
The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go.
That may be true, but... that's asking for me to do the impossible.
The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else.
I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. Boy, it sure is 1:40 a.m., huh? But if you could
Yep.
make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
The bigger problem is the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix. Think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us?
The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? To turn about them,
Phoenix.
perhaps?
The judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence.
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections at this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Objection!
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. The court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
Then what do you want to show the evidence? Do you want to show evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
Oh, one chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
Yeah, it's impossible to turn this situation around in one try.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time.
So, hypothetically, I'm gonna save here, because... Hypothetically, I mean, it's pretty late, so I assume we don't want to do the bad ending, so let's just do the good ending.
Who would you like to show evidence to?
You have a guess?
You said there was only a little bit left.
There is
You'll-
1, 2...
No, I
3
mean like an hour ago.
I mean, sorry.
You said at 11:30.
You bitch.
Listen,
You
this
son
is
of a
what
bitch.
happens. Take that!
I didn't see who you clicked.
To
Who
kill
was
her.
it?
Ah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's who I assumed it was. There's
Yeah.
gotta be something that we need to like let him know about.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
The videotape, of course.
One
You came back
chance.
for it.
One opportunity. Would
Contents
you capture
unknown. Which means
it or let it slip?
the killer probably also didn't know what's on the videotape.
Mmm.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Hell yeah, show that walkie-talkie a VHS tape.
God damn.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Why did they take it out? Why didn't they just, like, put it aside? Did they take it out of the courtroom? Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order for my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client not to watch it. So I've absolutely no idea.
Actually, you were on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene.
Ah.
Your actions were being recorded.
What? What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it who pointed the camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
Gasp!
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. White, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did Matt Ongard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my whole ticket out of this mess. There's only one reason your client would secretly film the crime scene. They
blackmail you,
Mail.
right?
It's blackmail.
Your
Blackmail.
client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer?
Oh. Oh. Oh ho ho ho!
I went a little Aquaman there for a second. Ahoy!
Ha ha hoy!
God, I love that clip.
It looks like
It's very good.
I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks in plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness.
Yes.
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I will break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Tequila name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Really went all GoldenEye on us, huh?
I see. That's all I wanted to know.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. White,
Yes.
my contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What? I'm not an eye.
Beep. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. Mr.
And now
Wright.
Matt Ongard's gonna get shivved in jail.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of...
That does mean every time they gotta turn the case around, they're name dropping the title Suicide Squad style. Hell yeah.
I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness. Wow! Mr. Onkama, where did that...
She always has you in her sights.
Is she just in the gallery fucking
Now,
like...
I do believe it's time to
Damn.
finally hand down a verdict.
Oh shit.
He heard all
Mr.
that. I bet.
Ongard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Oh, he's gonna go in jail to avoid him. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video.
Help me.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of our very long battle. Long.
Long.
Very long.
Very long.
It's long. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right,
Well, no,
Chief.
because one of them convicts Adrian Andrews, first of all.
It says it doesn't matter, but
Oh.
I will choose guilty because he's fucking.
Or you could do not guilty because it's funny.
Push him out into the world.
Oh, that's a good point. If we do not guilty, then he's gonna get murdered.
Yeah, then that's hilarious.
It's funnier, so let's just go with it. Please, it's so late. I need to go to
Congratulations, Mr. Mad On Guard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty.
Steven, please.
What? I said it.
I read the line.
Oh, it didn't come through, sorry.
This court finds the defendant mad on God.
Hold it!
I figured he's gonna
Please wait.
cut it off anyways.
What's the matter?
If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed.
Mhm.
I am the
Yeah, really, that's because Steven's streaming.
Jesus.
Guilty.
I assume Steven's shitternet shitted out for a second
Very possible.
and just like ate
I mean,
my
I didn't hear
entire
you on
voice
my
line.
end either.
Well, I don't know what you want from me.
Alright.
I said the words, I can do no more.
As always, it looks like we've uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is mad on God?
I have left Miss Onkama in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes.
I don't appreciate how flippant you are about that.
I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime. Oh no, you're still going to jail!
Yeah, exactly.
The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness, how shall I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
Fuck, I forgot about that. That was
Damn.
savage.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And
Oops.
today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved.
Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
Don't get used to it. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
It's like, I still have no idea what just happened for the last, I believe, like 8 hours in game, because it's 5 p.m. now in the game, and we started at 11. But whatever.
6 hours.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not good at math.
You
Not
were
good at
great
math,
out
I'm not
there,
good at
Phoenix. Mhm.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your client off.
I know, right?
You got them a guilty verdict good time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. We were just here.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
Can't count on the evidence, Albion. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Ongard, is...
Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Ah!
Right.
Jesus. Edgeworth.
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really?
Pearls.
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm glad Mia just peaced
Yeah.
out.
She's quite
Alright.
safe. She is on her way here as we speak in a control car.
Did she get a fucking meal?
No. She'll starve to death by the time she arrives.
Mystic Maya, you did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick.
How? She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
This is the only time Phoenix gets a legitimate guilty verdict. Thanks?
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier. Thanks. Ow!
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix, right? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you?
Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago.
Edgeworth?
For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. It was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
That foolish nonsense.
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so,
Objection!
no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith.
And then some stuff the cowboy and a blue badger had.
And then
We don't
before
talk
I
about
knew it, I
that.
began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth?
Yes,
Oh.
that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool.
Alright.
Miss
Try-
Von Karma?
Trying to have a moment here, but fine.
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A
Okay.
Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Von Karma chooses death.
Francisca threw something on the ground just now.
This is an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe?
I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, Wright.
Why?
Keep the judge in line.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this is mine.
Nick!
Ah! Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh my god.
Man, Phoenix really is wide, huh?
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
Oh, Nick! I knew you would come through! You got on guard convicted like I knew you would! And on top of that, you even rescued me!
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. We sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Please no.
It's really easy to do something like that. Also, you should stop treating your kid cousin as a fucking, like, spirit machine. We should probably
man.
all do it. We should probably all stop doing that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it.
Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved that you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Heh.
That
Oh,
was
fuck, I'm so hungry, though.
that was a terrible sound effect.
Alright. I think it's time we get out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Damn. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist.
Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
March 23, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby. Oh, hey.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Fuck, man. Okay. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Gumshoe, are you alright?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
Oh my god, a telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy. Why am I here? I thought my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, why am I here? It was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai.
Thanks. Now look at here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now, everyone gather round. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta brought herself a new camera.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective.
Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What?
What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
That was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all, it's over. But whoo, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think?
Why'd she look so happy about that?
Being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Ah, it sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Beep, 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 beep.
Hmm?
What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Ugh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. You know you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't
He
matter.
just turns it off.
I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton.
Hey.
I had fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me.
Wait,
What?
Kiss.
I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel.
My attorney badge.
Give him the
My-
attorney badge.
My lips.
Yes.
Take that!
What's this?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
Aw, that smile.
Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya. Huh? What? I'm eating. I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. But Pearly! Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, I'm also here.
So who's paying for this lovely dinner pot?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick!
Huh?
Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh?
Wow.
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in
just
this
bought a
hotel,
camera.
see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? What? Yeah? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Excuse me?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage.
Alright then, if you say so. Objection!
Aw.
You gotta recognize the superior ship for O's Phoenix X Edgeworth. Correct. You're
Yeah.
right, and you should say it.
Please tell me there's not a post-credits. Ah!
I could read it if
You
you
really
want.
came through for me, Nick.
I mean, it's
I had to
automatic.
hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now.
That's
Pretty
true.
cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Oh, it's just gonna be like fucking last lines and shit.
Yep.
Nice.
Gonna talk to all the dipshits in all the world.
I'm so happy you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners.
Stop that.
So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. You a child?
That's exactly right, MAGA.
I'm sorry.
Next time Steven says there's only a little bit left, I'm just fucking instantly leaving the stream.
I'm sorry.
There's never just a little
You're
bit
not
left.
sorry enough.
Well, pal,
This
back on
starts
the
with
course
that
then.
log talk with Chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal.
Alright.
Oh, man.
We can't let Gumshoe back into society. Oh fuck,
Who
I
the
don't even
fuck
remember
are
who this
you?
was. I'm Banky Bird, returning this uniform as of
It was
today,
me,
sir.
but whatever.
Oh, was it? I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Expository people came by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. She's working in a restaurant now.
Yeah, Josh, she's working a restaurant now.
Mm-hmm.
Westwan.
Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, no.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, are
Oh,
you here to
shit.
visit a patient? I'm Director Hardy. Recently, yes, that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around, yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as eyed her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
Is this small
Yeah.
guy?
Oh god, here comes the circus. Oh no.
It is MAGA, basically.
Oh, no.
no.
Oh, no.
Not
I just
again.
realized. I can't.
I'm not strong enough. It's time to
It's
begin
time
our
to
quest
begin our
of world
oh.
circus domination and let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? You think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Mo's jokes.
Please don't talk to Mo. I don't want to talk to Mo. Skip Mo. I don't want Mo.
I can't. It's just going.
No.
I'm ready. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls, represent.
We've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
Oh, thank God, he didn't actually make any jokes. He just talked about making jokes.
What's this? It's an ordinary electric razor and charging stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the
Oh, no.
old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like loyalty, and I think it's gonna be Philippe the He-Man. It's like a Philippe thinking about it. Play Flyers Dangerous because the 3-3 of the way it's just started the series because you think
They did just. Edgeworth really told her, hey, just keep scanning this whole hotel, and then left forever.
Nice.
Some say she's still scanning hotel rooms to this day.
Oh, fuck. It's me. I appreciate everything you've been said to the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after everything I get out... Wait. I should feel free to consult her about it. What the fuck?
I don't have a chance to pause for you to recover.
I couldn't stop. It was like a snowball rolling down a really steep hill.
It has become difficult for me in this country as well. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity.
You have a fucking
You just have a
homepage?
website for murder,
The dark
and
web.
then committed
You
suicide. Nice.
understand?
And then it explodes.
It's called the dark web. You can buy anything on there. Like, the forbidden Pringles flavors.
March 23, 9:42 p.m. International Departures Gate 12. Why is this one slow? Where are you going, Francisco? Oh, this is Edgeworth and Von Karma.
Oh. How did you know I was here?
With this,
Did she take his coat? Why?
Because she got the hot
I heard you were
form.
planning things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. It's this filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, dang.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. This case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
What's in the coat? That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up!
Okay.
You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Franziska.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I'm as dumb as they come.
I've been stupid ever since the day I was born.
Can we please keep going?
Sorry.
But I had to be the one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than... That was supposed to be my revenge.
Well, shit sucks, don't
I
it?
see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews.
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
Aw.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you'd better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
I don't know who this is. I'm sure we'll meet again in the battle.
It's nobody.
It's
Oh.
Fun, it's Fun Karma. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece. So I can give it to you. When at last we meet again.
And I reveal I was not German the whole time!
Aw.
Got him. Aw. That's cute.
And that's the end. Okay.
Capcom.
So we'll probably start the third game next week. I have to do some shit for it though. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
because I didn't start on anything like a fucking dumbass. So yeah,
So why don't we just take a break for a week?
We could. We'll see what happens.
We could.
If I'm not
Alright.
ready by next week, we'll do something else. I'll just do a Soups Casual or something. All right, have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow for Fire Emblem. Bye.